Live, this is Good Morning Texas.
Good morning, I'm Paige McCoy Smith, and oh my gosh, we have an amazing show for you today, and I'm dead serious. You've got to stick around. You're going to be hearing some stories of inspiration, including Fit by Frida. She is here to talk about how she overcame a bunch of hurdles, and also she's going to be giving me a few moves to stay fit. Plus, the stars of Britbox's A Woman of Substance. Erin did a fantastic interview with them. And how to plan a summer picnic using creative themes and delicious foods. It is hot outside, though, Ms. Marielle. Don't you think?
Just a little bit, Paige, yeah.
But you know what? When you see what they've come up with for the picnic, the creative themes, it's going to be worth it to beat the heat. It's really going to be something special later on in the show.
I mean, we are from here. We know how to adjust.
Yes.
And the picnic setup is so gorgeous. I can't wait for y'all to see it. Wow. But we are looking at, yes, another very steamy day ahead, and temperatures are only going up from here the next several days. Here's what you got to know this morning. We do have some slim rain chances here locally, but higher the more northeast you go. Above normal temperatures, those are going to continue. And in fact, I do have a triple-digit heat day in the forecast on the 14-day. Triple-digit heat index, or the feels like temperature, has been here. It's going to stay here. It's not going anywhere. Right now, I do want to take you out to our Trend Tower camera in Rockwall. Temperature of 80 degrees there, and you're seeing a little more cloud cover in Rockwall, but this is not going to limit how much we warm. Now, that cloud cover is all coming from this stationary front. That stationary front also acting as a focal point for showers and thunderstorms that are currently extending from Paris to Clarksville into East Texas, the Arklatex region seeing some of this. And in addition to that, flood warnings now in place for the Red River until 1145 County and Lamar County as well. That's where Paris is, and that's where we're seeing a lot of lightning. I'm increasingly concerned about some flooding concerns between Paris and Powderly. They're along Highway 271 as you approach the Red River. So again, far northeastern portions of North Texas here, rain chances limited to none across the Metroplex. Temperature right now of 83, but it feels like 89 when you factor in the humidity that is here to stay for the rest of the day. The heat index does continue to climb. We actually will make it to about 95 degrees around 4. The heat index in the triple digits today as early as 2, and we'll continue to see that potential for rain along the Red River today. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. We'll talk about how our numbers are climbing at least a degree every day the remainder of the week. That's all coming up, Paige, in just a few moments.
All right, thank you so much. You know, June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month, and while most conversations focus on the disease itself, a growing movement in North Texas is focused on something that's equally important. That's reducing the isolation and stigma that often accompany a dementia diagnosis. So, Nicole Gann with Juliet Fowler Communities and Dementia Friendly Dallas is here to share more. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
This is such an important subject. So let's start from the beginning. Tell me about Juliet Fowler Communities and Dementia Friendly Dallas, and why building dementia-friendly communities is becoming such an important movement in North Texas.
Well, thanks for having me. And I want to say Juliet Fowler has been serving the community in Dallas for 130 years,
Wow.
over 130 years, supporting older adults, children, youth, and families, and supporting communities where they thrive with one another. And most recently, we're the champion and sponsor of Dementia Friendly Dallas, which is a movement about creating reduced stigma, inclusion of those living with dementia and their care partners so that they can foster and thrive in community, because that's what we've learned in our residential environments. And why community is so important, I want you to think about this. 60% of people who live with dementia live at home, and 1 in 7 live alone.
Wow.
And they are at risk for chronic loneliness and isolation. And think about this. What we've learned is that smoking a pack of cigarettes a day is equivalent to chronic loneliness and isolation.
No.
So the power of community is so important to helping those living with dementia thrive because of that, just that one statistic alone.
Well, and so you're basically saying that from a health perspective, that isolation is as unhealthy as smoking a pack of cigarettes. I want to make sure our viewers understand that correlation.
A day.
So there are many misconceptions about dementia. What are some of the most important things people should understand about the disease and the individuals that are living with it every single day?
Well, I think with support, they can thrive and they can age and they can progress in a way that's very meaningful, and they can stay connected to the communities that they're in. Here's a simple story. I want you to think of a bookshelf. Your life is a bookshelf, and it has 4 shelves, and at the top of the shelves are books that represent your skill sets, things you learned in your career, traits, reasoning, how you balance a checkbook. And at the bottom are the books that house your emotion, love, safety, connection, maybe your marriage or your children. When we're diagnosed with dementia, it shakes that bookshelf. And over time, as it progresses, those books at the top leave us first. Our reasoning, our ability to do those things and sequence things in the ways that we used to were accustomed to. But what stays are those emotions and that connection. So our job, as we're walking alongside people with that diagnosis and their care partners, is to help them understand that the person living with dementia is experiencing the world differently, but they're still there.
And those books still remain, those emotions, those key things. That is a fantastic analogy. That really opens my eyes. And many families worry, though, about missing kind of the early signs of Alzheimer's. What are some of the warning signs that people should think about when considering if their loved one might be experiencing?
Yeah. Let me give you a few.
Okay.
We talk about this in our training, but I'm going to give you the ones that you maybe can relate to the most. If your mom or dad or you were accustomed to running your household finances, and now your bills are piling up and they're becoming past due and you're overwhelmed with that task, or you were the best cook in your family for 40 years and now it's difficulty following a simple recipe or knowing where the ingredients are stored in your house. Those all might be indicators that you should have an early conversation with your physician.
So standard behaviors, typical identities that might be shifting, that's something to key into. So
Absolutely.
I do want to talk about Juliet Fowler communities. How are they approaching dementia care differently?
So we are following the philosophy that's based on the book I'm Still Here by Dr. John Zeisel, and it's called Hopeful Aging. And the thing I want to leave you with, it's about a shift from what has been lost to the disease and what remains, and how we connect with that individual and we create purpose. We're wired for purpose. We need to get up every day and have a purpose, and that doesn't change with a dementia diagnosis.
That's such a good point, and I wanted to really delve in the couple of seconds we have remaining on some simple but effective ways that people can really better connect with loved ones who are living with dementia.
Simple things. Have face-to-face communication, eye-to-eye. Don't talk while you're passing in a room. And then a couple of things that might be a little bit more difficult. Don't correct, don't argue. You never win an argument with a person living with dementia. And the last thing I'll leave you with is a 20-second rule that we teach in Dementia Friendly Dallas. When you ask a question, give someone 20 seconds to respond. They're processing differently. So don't repeat the question, talk louder, or give them the answer. Give them the space that they need to respond.
Where can people find out more?
Come see us at Juliet Fowler Communities. The first Monday of every month, we do free dementia-friendly training. You're going to learn a lot about the techniques that we talked. You can check us out on Facebook at Dementia Friendly Dallas or dfdallas.org.
This is fantastic. What a wonderful opportunity to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.
Appreciate it. Okay, so switching gears from real-life resilience and perseverance to one of literature's most inspiring characters based on Barbara Taylor Bradford's best-selling novel, A Woman of Substance. It follows Emma Hart's remarkable journey from housemaid to business mogul. The new Britbox series introduces the iconic story to a new generation, and we got to sit down. Aaron was able to sit down with the stars. Take a look.
So for viewers who may be new to A Woman of Substance, tell us a little bit about the story.
Well, it's a story that starts at the beginning of the 20th century and travels right through to for the first part of the 20th century, and then we're sort of catapulted to the 1970s. But it's about a young woman who's a servant in a big, posh household, and she wants to better herself and become her own boss. And against all the odds, she manages to do that. And by the time we get to the 1970s, she's the richest woman in the world. How's that for a story?
That's a story indeed. Jessica, you portray Emma at the beginning of her journey. What was it like stepping into the shoes of such a determined young woman?
Yeah, it was
a little bit of pressure because to live up to, you know, such a strong feminist character like that, it takes a lot of commitment, I suppose. But it was inspiring as well. It's amazing to be able to be in a period drama that has such a feminist character at its forefront, and she's really defying the time. You know, often when you're in those period settings or on a period shoot, you're either being murdered or assaulted or something as a woman, you know, and whereas she does go through a lot of that in this, she has such tenacity and she defies all expectations, and you know, that's always a gift to play in a character.
It is indeed. Brenda, can I ask you kind of the same question? You play Emma after she achieved incredible success. What did you find most compelling about that chapter of her life?
Well, she would sum up, you know, what it's cost her. Not that probably she would have changed any decision she made, but she is aware, very much aware of what it's, the price that she's paid for that success, and it kind of impacts on the whole family.
What was it like collaborating between the two of you guys? Because you're playing the same character, even though it's in different stages, but I'm sure the authenticity and the core of who she is there for both of you guys, no?
Yeah, well, we didn't collaborate, actually, did we? We didn't even know each other. We met after about 6 weeks of filming up on the Yorkshire moors at dusk, in the mist. And but there's so much information in the book. I did read the book. I didn't watch the other series because I didn't want to be influenced by it. And there's so much rich information in Catherine's script as well. And of course, I had the advantage of seeing some of the early footage of Jessica because I came into it later.
Nice. Okay,
So
but
I could
do
see
like
my
that
younger
because you guys
self.
didn't influence each other. Very good. Emma refuses to accept the limitations that society places on her. And so tell me why you guys think this story still resonates with audiences today, especially women.
Because it's still a struggle for a lot of women, especially working class women. It's got better, of course, but it's still not equal to men. I mean, if I said, if some young woman said she wants to be a bricklayer, that would probably be frowned upon. Why? A woman wants to be a bricklayer, she can lay bricks. Why is it a man's job?
Well, it sounds like this is a must-watch indeed.
No, it's good. Let's be bricklayers.
It sounds like a must-watch indeed.
I'd love to build a wall.
She's still on the wall, my gosh. Without giving away too much, tell us why this needs to be on our must-watch list.
Because it's a sumptuous ride, isn't it? It's you've got everything in there: romance, riches, treachery, fun. It looks beautiful. The costumes and the scenery are exquisite, and it's a story so very, very well told.
Very, very good. Thank you both for joining us and telling us a little bit more about what Britbox has to offer and what A Woman of Substance will have to offer. You can watch the premiere of A Woman of Substance on Britbox starting Wednesday, 24th.
It is time for overcoming hurdles. They say purpose often reveals itself through your greatest challenges, and today's guest is living proof. From surviving a devastating accident and battling breast cancer to overcoming homelessness, lupus, and countless setbacks, she has turned her pain into purpose through movement, faith, and determination. And today, I am so honored and thrilled to introduce you to fabulous Frida. She's here to share her story. Oh my gosh, good morning, girl.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh my gosh, your energy is just obviously palatable. You have loved fitness since you were a young girl. When did you realize it was more than just a passion, that it really was kind of your purpose?
Well, first I want to say thank you for the opportunity.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm blessed and happy to be here. And when did it turn into my passion turned into
purpose?
Purpose. I would like to say this young lady right here. This was 2003. and it's me, 2003.
Okay.
Okay, and I was living in my passion, right? I know that I'm passionate about fitness. However, my pain prepared me for the purpose.
So you were passionate about fitness, but it was the pain that led to the purpose.
That led to the
and let's
purpose.
dive into that pain. You had a devastating accident. A drunk driver hit you. Doctors told you that you might never walk again. What gave you the strength to keep believing? I read that your mother was in the room when the doctor said that, and she just said, "No way!
Yeah.
You don't know who this girl is."
Well, my mom was upset because she said, the first thing out of my mouth was, "No, I have a class in the morning. I have an 8:30 step class, and then I have a marathon in like 2 months." She's like, She talking about Lord Jesus. This girl talking about fitness, talking about exercising, and they just said she may not walk again. And I'm like, but it's not an option. But it was more than at that time the fitness. It was also my son, because being a single mom, he needed me, and I was like, if I'm not walking, if I'm not able to do anything for myself, how can I take care of him? And he was that
a
was
big
my
motivator.
strength, and yes, they gave me the strength to like really push through.
Well, let's break it down there, because, I mean, we're talking a broken back. Then you had lupus. And then, breast cancer. And as you mentioned, also being a single parent, I mean, bam, bam, bam. You can count the hurdles.
Yeah.
How did you find the courage to kind of keep moving through those types of challenges?
Number one, I knew that if I stopped, I would stop. And if you think about it, anything that's not, when something is not living, it's not moving. So I had to keep moving. And I found it through faith. Every day, from those years back up until this current day, I have something I say to myself all the time. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I know that it is. It's going to happen. It's going to change. Whatever the situation is, I don't see it, but it's going to happen. It doesn't matter what it looks like.
Doesn't matter what it looks like.
Just believe for it.
Just believe for it.
That part. Well, it doesn't matter what it looks like. We just got to keep believing, keep showing up, keep doing the work.
Wow. All right. So many people, though, your passion, unfortunately, for many people, they feel they give up after these experiencing. A lot of them, especially given what you've gone through, many people would not have the strength. But you somehow are able to sustain that drive, even during those dark moments. How did you delve deep enough inside to keep you upright enough to take those steps forward?
That's a really good question. And once again, it just goes back to my faith. And you have to endure. And you have to take the take the expectation off.
Expect, but take the expectations off.
Expect it. I expect it.
I need to have a journal sitting right here next to me so I can write this down, because those statements that you're making, they're simple words, but they have such profound meaning behind them.
It really
They're
does.
wonderful mantras to repeat to yourself.
And I repeat them to myself all the time. And what I've learned through those things is that I expect it, because I'm saying, I don't know when, I don't know how, I know that it is, so I expect it. But I've learned to take the expectation off, because I don't know. We don't know how it's going to happen. We think one way. I'm thinking for it to happen this way. And then how many times have you wanted something and then it came a whole nother total different way?
Whole different way.
So expect it, but take the expectations
out of the way. Okay.
off of it.
So what is next for Fabulous Frida?
What is next is just traveling the world, encouraging and motivating people to move. And I like to think of it as when the doctor done sliced and diced and cut you, they come into the room, and what's the first thing they tell you when you up here? Rise up and walk. You be like, what? I'm sick and I'm hurting and I'm throwing up. You want me to walk? They never let you lay there. You have to get up and move. They don't take a step today, take 2 steps tomorrow. I want you to walk. And you just like, oh, I'm hurting and in pain. They don't, don't allow yourself to just sit there. Make yourself move. And it's hard, just like coming off of surgery. And I've had many of them. And anybody out there who's had a surgery, know that's hard. You want me to what? Get up and walk.
Right.
Yeah.
But just take those steps.
You have to take those steps.
All
You
right.
have to keep moving.
And you are continuing to inspire people with your fitness, and you're going to be doing some moves with me, girl.
Yes.
Isn't that right?
We are. We about to do some. We're getting ready.
Okay.
I know for the summertime, before a lifetime, we cannot really
All
move.
right, ready, let's do it. All right. Well, stay tuned for that. Okay, still ahead on GMT. There's nothing like getting together over a nice picnic. We'll show you how to pack, plan, and style your picnic this summer. Plus, meet the playwright and actor behind Amen, the Ultimate Texas, as the acclaimed play gets ready to make its Dallas stage debut. GMT is back in just 2 minutes. Guess what? We're back with fabulous Frida. You just heard her overcoming her story itself. Now she's here to show us some moves you can use to stay in shape this summer. Let's get right to it, girl.
And for a lifetime.
And for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Not just for the summer, forever.
I say it all the time in fitness. We're not, it's not for a moment or a season. It's for a lifetime.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
So
get
one of the most
started.
important things, since we're sitting here, what do we all do every day?
What?
We sit and stand all day, every day. However, I want you to sit and stand with intention.
Okay.
Some of us have to push ourselves
This is like
away.
functional fitness.
Yes.
I know that term.
I love
Thank
that.
you.
Hey. So sometimes you have to push yourself.
Okay.
But I want you to be able to holding your core and boom.
Okay.
And then we're going to do just 2 more because we're not trying to get a whole workout.
Right.
Yeah. So this is what I want you to be able to work your way up to.
Okay.
To be able to stand up without.
Okay, but you know what? You really feel it.
Yes.
Even though we don't think about it, when you're being intentional about it,
When you're being
really
intentional.
feeling those muscles. Okay.
You're engaging your core, you're working your quads.
All right.
Okay, so now from there, I don't really hate to have you do it in your beautiful suit.
It's okay, girl.
Okay, so once again, we're gonna transition to the next one.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the ball right here.
All right.
And this works. Y'all, these balls cost $4.50 at Walmart. Get a life.
$4.50. You can afford it.
You can afford it. We're not doing anything here that you have to go spend a lot of money on.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it here and I'm gonna squeeze.
Okay.
And when you squeeze, so you feel the core.
I feel the core, baby.
And then you're gonna feel your inner thighs.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we're doing right there. That little squeeze in the inner thigh. And if you sit back,
Okay. Oh,
you
no.
can squeeze and lift. And then squeeze and lift.
Yeah,
That's
my
working.
mother's watching right now. Did you ever think, Mother, that I'd be doing this on live television? I know you see me, girl.
I love it. That's working your inner thigh, your core, all of that good stuff, right? And if you ever, I'm not gonna ask you to do it, if you ever want to get even more braver, you can
Well, okay, now you gave me a challenge. And in 2-inch heels. Okay.
and in 2-inch heels. What?
Look what I did.
It's so much we can do with these, with the ball. So I'm gonna put this back under
All right.
the chair. Yes. And so another good one, the reason why we have to do more than just we work on our legs a lot, because research shows that we lose our muscles in our legs first and the fastest. Isn't that crazy? As much as we walk around,
that would not be the first thing I would think.
I know, isn't that crazy? But that's what research shows. And so as much as we hate squats and lunges, it's what we really need the most.
I would think you'd lose the muscles, I don't know, up top at least with me.
Well, we do lose our core, which is part of it.
Okay.
So then, if you have your chair, and you can always start out if you, as an option with your lunge, you can come down and up, and make sure that it is a 40-degree angle. So let's see, we want to make sure when you come down that you have a 40-degree angle. Everything is about that 40-degree angle.
Okay.
So when you stand out and you're here, and guess what we can also do? If your arms are here straight, and keep them in, your elbows towards your body, like you're squeezing into yourself, and then you come down, and then you press up against the chair, you're also hitting that tricep.
This is great stuff, and I love the fact that this is practical stuff that you can do at home.
You can do it at home. Anybody can do it. You don't have to go spend money. Well, get your $4 ball.
$4.50 ball.
$4.50 at ball at Walmart.
You deserve it.
You deserve that. That's right. And while you're there, you'll pick up other things.
I know.
You curl those toes, curl your elbows in, and you're down, and you pressing up. Now I am working my quad. When you squeeze up, squeeze your tush.
Okay. because that's also those muscles that are really important. Okay, we only got 3 seconds left. What do you have for me?
Okay, and so then next we have our bands.
Okay.
And these are, you can get them anywhere and they're inexpensive. And what I love about bands is when you travel, you can take them with you anywhere.
Okay.
And a little fun note is when you purchase these, they always come with a chart that gives you ideas of what to do.
Oh, good.
And the more that you, so we're gonna stand on our bands.
Okay.
Stand on our resistant band.
Well, and we're gonna have to wrap up while we're doing this, by the way. Okay. And this is
we
a
worked
little
our
bit.
leg. We worked our back.
All right.
Our rear ends.
All right. Well, while we're doing this, I want to also make sure that our viewers know how they can reach you because I want to hang out with you. That's for sure. So tell us how we can get in touch with you.
You can get in touch with me. Contact me at fitwithfrida.com. And the Frida is no I, F-R-E-D-A.
All right, we got more GMT to come. I'm already working up a sweat. We'll be right back.
Whoa,
Live, this is Good Morning Texas.
Well, hot off the press, it's hot, hot, hot. Here's Marielle.
Yeah, that's right. Temperatures are climbing, Paige, every day after today. So we gotta be on the lookout for that. And here's a look at what it looks like outside from our Weatherford camera. Temperature right now of about 82 degrees. Winds are out of the southeast at 5 to 10. We see some cloud cover overhead, but I'm gonna take you to the other side of North Texas. This is actually right around the Red River, Paris, Texas, Clarksville, Texas, seeing heavy, heavy rain this morning. I'm gonna take a zoom in on Paris. That's Lamar County. There is a severe thunderstorm warning until 10. This is for the potential of up to quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I haven't seen any actual reports of this happening, but the potential is there. The green boxes that you see there indicate a flood warning that's in place. I have seen high rainfall amounts in Lamar County, specifically on the northern side closer to the Red River. So if you are in this area, be sure to avoid any flooded roadways. Look at that. The rest of Texas rain-free, just a little cloud cover overhead. And the rain, that's going to really start to clear out sometime around midday. But any outflows from these storms could generate additional activity for this afternoon. Look at this. That's around 3 to 5 in the afternoon, closer to the Red River. Temperatures there as a result may linger in the 70s and 80s. So very big difference from the rest of North Texas with a high near 95 in Dallas, 96 in Fort Worth, and about 94 in Denton. Temperatures, like I said, the rest of the week climbing about a degree. Morning low temperatures will be in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. And after today, we could see a few little showers along our northwestern counties Wednesday morning, but looking rain-free. And that's going to cue our temperature to climb. I spy a 100-degree day next Tuesday. It's right on time because generally our first 100-degree day happens on July 1st, Paige.
Every year, I hope it's not going to happen. And every year, those 100-degree temps, they come. And as you heard, summer is officially here and the great outdoors is calling. But if you're tired of the same old soggy sandwiches on a tired old blanket, we have the ultimate upgrade just for you. Today, we are joined by Quinn Pham, founder of Picnic Cuties, who is showing us exactly how to prepare the perfect summer picnic. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I am so excited too. By the way, picnic's my favorite word.
Is it?
I love saying it. I just love saying it. I'm going to come over closer to you.
Yeah, come join me.
Because, girl, you really brought it. You know,
Thank you.
Picnics have gotten this gorgeous makeover. How are you?
They've had a glow up for
How
sure.
have you just? When did you decide to kind of elevate the classic basket and blanket picnic into something that's more of a luxury experience?
Honestly, I love a good traditional picnic myself, but I also love my house, like the comfort of my house. So I figured, why not just mesh the two?
All right.
You
So
know?
how did it get started? This is a woman-owned business. I want to emphasize.
It is, yeah.
So how did it all begin?
Business. So in 2020, everybody was at home, and the only thing we could do was spend time outside because I really needed like that outdoor time. I call it my lizard time. So
your lizard time?
That's what I call it.
I love it.
So my friends and I like to have picnics outside, and she was having a birthday, and we figured, how do we make it special? Because like everyone feels like it's the same old thing, and so we built these wooden tables just for fun. And then decorated them, and it just kind of became a thing. And then I posted it on Instagram, and everybody loved it. And they were like, "You should start a business. You should start a business." And here we are. Like
here you are, and
4
look at
years
this.
later,
Okay,
yeah.
What would you call this fabulous display?
So this is what you would call a luxury picnic. It's like a picnic, but on
Steroids.
Literally. Yeah. We have like pillows for the ultimate comfort. I love a good tablescape. Anything flowers, candles, sign me up. I'm there. Dream about them, drool about them. Everything.
It's gorgeous, and there's no reason why you can't bring some of that
Absolutely.
weird indoors out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love how you also designed the tables with go on, take the time to make it really special. Do all the accoutrements, and you certainly have with these cute little lanterns as well.
Yeah, they turned on too. It's very cute.
Oh my gosh,
They do.
I need one of those. Oh, they even
They
switch
have
like
multiple settings. Yeah. So sometimes I have like picnics at night because my client loves that ambiance. Like imagine this, like candlelit dinner. It's like you're at a restaurant, like a 5-star restaurant, but you're outside.
It is fantastic. Okay,
Yeah.
but then also we just have to deal with the fact that we just heard it's going to be triple digits. The Texas heat is something that we really have to kind of work around. You're just melting out there. And it also, that can affect the food. What suggestions do you have for that?
So I love a good sandwich myself. A good PB&J or, turkey and ham. Or if you want to class it up like my family and friends do, we do like a Vietnamese banh mi sandwich. Love a good banh mi sandwich. Shout out to my people.
Right.
And anything that you can handheld, that's perfect. Pair it with fruits. Summer is like the time for fruits in Texas. We have such a good selection of fruits in all the grocery stores right now. And if you really want to chase that elevated experience, the charcuterie board is always a good option.
Well, shall we have another picnic?
Yeah,
We're going to stroll over here.
Let's come on over.
Come on. Let's tiptoe through these pillows, shall we? And let's sit down. I want to see what this experience is like. So this, obviously, we are celebrating the 250th year of our great country.
Yes.
Uncle Sam would be so happy. He has an invitation to this table.
He
Tell me
does.
about this setup.
Okay, so I love the July 4th colors, right? Red, white, and blue. But this is more of like a softer take on like that red, white, and blue because I really love like a more muted blue color. So this is more of a softer take. It's more girly, it's more pretty, but men deserve a good picnic too. So
They do. This is so fun and festive. And it's such an outside of the box kind of idea, and this is something that absolutely can be replicated at home. But the good news is, I hope we saw some images. If not, maybe we can show them now. You have so many different picnic ideas that you've shown, that you've done throughout the years. We're talking engagements to, birthday parties, baby showers. 4th of July. Where can people find out more and get started and with their own little picnic from Picnic Cuties?
So you can find us on our website, picniccuties.com. I'm also on social media at Picnic Cuties, Facebook, Instagram, Google Maps.
You got it.
Yeah.
Check them out. All right. Well, thank you so much for seeing those great ones. We've got more Good Morning Texas coming up, so stay tuned. We're going to be right back. Shopping for a mattress has just gotten a lot easier with an innovative mobile showroom. It's bringing customizable sleep solutions directly to the consumers. Paul Longman is iSense CEO and founder. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Paige. Thanks for having us.
I'm so happy to be here. Let's talk a little bit about the mattress. This came about after spending an enormous amount of time in the mattress industry. What frustrations did you experience that made you decide to create iSense?
Yeah, great question. I'm 37 years in the mattress industry. I've seen it all. I've seen all the technologies and all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the mattress buying process is a really challenging one. Going into a store, seeing lots and lots of product, going in with your partner, trying to find the right mattress for you. If you find the right mattress that you think is right for you and then your partner finds something different, then it's just one world of compromise. I wanted to break that down and having built so many different styles of mattresses, we were fortunate enough to take on a license where we were selling adjustable firmness technology, but it was air beds. And those air beds are great for adjustability, but the comfort is not as good as a conventional mattress. So the seed of innovation was, how can I make an amazingly comfortable mattress, but make it adjustable? And that was really where iSense was born.
All right, so we're standing in the iSense mobile showroom.
Yes, you are.
Tell me about this showroom and the experience customers can enjoy.
Well, the showroom's only possible because of the product. Because the product has 20 different settings on either side, so it's essentially 40 mattresses in one. That allows us to bring that one mattress to the home and really change the whole buying experience and give people a chance to experience it in the comfort of their own home, at a time that suits them, without the pressure of a store, and really just slow the pace down of the experience and really just absorb it and enjoy it. And the benefit, instead of having to step from one mattress to the next in a retail store, they just need to pick up the remote and actually make some adjustments until they find what's right for them. And the benefit is their partner can do the same on the other side of the mattress.
Is there something about the privacy of being in a mobile showroom versus kind of laying on mattresses in a traditional showroom? It really has a more personalized approach to the entire experience. Let's also talk about the comfort control technology and how this dual comfort control technology really speaks to the personalized request or desires from a couple who's wanting to get a mattress that suits their needs as well as their partner's needs.
So the comfort control technology is really the heart of the iSense mattress. It's what I call the third dimension. Every mattress typically has support on the bottom and comfort on the top. In between those two layers, we have this technology where essentially we've got the best foam that's available in the marketplace, and through 7 micro air chambers on either side of the mattress, when we adjust those chambers, we can change the support and firmness of that foam. So we essentially can just recreate different feel of mattress all at the touch of a button without it feeling like an airbed, because essentially the air is only used to change the support characteristics of the foam. So, it really gives the comfort of a conventional mattress and the adjustability of what's been out in the market before.
You certainly have done your homework. In fact, you tracked 2.5 million nights of sleep data, and you're offering a 180-night comfort guarantee. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so the 2.5 million nights comes from a biometric sensor we have in a mattress, measures our heart rate, our respiration, our movement, and it gives us a sleep score. But one of the really profound things we found about that measurement is that it takes people about 35 nights to make an adjustment until they get it right. Well, that's great on an iSense bed, but if you buy a conventional mattress, you get one shot only in the store, and that's what you have to live with. So that's the true benefit of iSense. But look, whilst we have a really great success rate with the bed, 180-night comfort guarantee means that you've got 180 nights, and at any time after 45 nights, you can return that mattress if you're not completely satisfied.
It is fantastic news. Let's talk about your expansion plans and how people can book an appointment.
Yep, so we launched our test store, our physical. We've been selling online for 6 years now. We launched our first test store in Springfield, Missouri. That went exceptionally well. And then we chose Dallas as our pilot. It's a great marketplace. It really is a bubble of success. There's so much going on in this marketplace. So we've just signed leases on 2 new stores in Preston and Fort Worth. And the mobile showroom has been very successfully running around the Metroplex in people's homes, even as far as McDonald's car parks where people want to meet us. But the majority of time it's pulling up on your driveway, and it's really delivering a great experience.
What a wonderful personalized experience. Thank you so much, and sweet dreams.
Thank you.
To learn more or book your appointment, visit myisense.com. We'll be right back. If you've spent any time in North Texas, you've probably heard stories about legendary Fort Worth publisher Amon G. Carter Sr., the larger-than-life businessman known for promoting Fort Worth and poking fun at Dallas every chance he got. Now his story is coming to the Winspear Opera House in an award-winning one-man theatrical production called Amon, the Ultimate Texan. Playwright Dave Lieber and also columnist Dave Lieber and actor Kelvin Dilks are here to tell us more. Good morning. I'm a Fort Worth gal.
Yippee.
I think he kind of started this whole rivalry with Dallas and Fort Worth. So for people who may not know who the man exactly was, tell us about Amon Carter.
Well, he left school at 8th grade, and he never went to high school, he never went to college, yet he became the most powerful Texan, aside from maybe Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Wow.
And he ran the Star Telegram for 50 years. He started WBAP radio along with WFAA radio. They were merged. And he also created Channel 5.
Wow, and his legacy continues with the Amon Carter Museum in Fort Worth. People are familiar with his name, but it's wonderful that it's being brought to light. And Kelvin, you're a big part of that. You're not just playing Amon Carter, you become him.
Yeah.
What is that experience like for you?
It's been an incredible ride. The man was so amazing. He, at the time of his death, it's been reported that 60% of all jobs in Fort Worth were directly attributed to him.
60%.
And up to this date, his foundation that he created from his oil money has given out over $900 million to North Texas.
Wow. So he continues to have such a large and broad presence in the North Texas community. And a lot of people, okay, we know the Dallas jokes. Does the play spend most of the evening kind of poking fun at Dallas, or does it go beyond that?
Well, it's poking fun at the rivalry between the two.
Mm-hmm.
You know, To this day, they really don't get along as well as they should, and I blame him for that, you know. It was his hobby to do everything he could to hurt Dallas, and he did it in such comedic ways. He didn't realize it was funny, but it was really comical, and the play is infused with a lot of humor based upon that rivalry.
It's also that this kind of divide is really kind of a part of the mutual, but exclusive identities.
Right.
You know, this really kind of gave the flavor of Dallas and Fort Worth. And you said that people have been really surprised by attending this play. Tell me, what is it that surprises audiences?
Well, they think they're going to see a history play with a guy sitting on a stool telling stories.
Right.
But as a writer, I learned how to show, not tell. And so he lives these scenes. He's talking to people on stage that are invisible, you know.
Yeah, you're a longtime columnist with the Dallas Morning News. You still really approach readers on a daily basis. Your column is widely read. It's great that you've been able to divert your talents and to do this in a stage production. Now, before this show ever arrived at the Winspear, the marketing team apparently had, you remember Flat Stanley? We did that in school.
Sure.
Well, you did a flat Amen that was on a mission throughout. I'm dying to hear more about this and how it was received.
Yeah, it was a reconnaissance mission to see if Eamon could go to Dallas without, and the problem is, of course, we were scared to put him in Dallas because he had to earn it, you know.
Yeah.
We did 74 shows in 12 cities, and we figured, okay, he's ready to come. But my wife, Karen, says he's not rolling over in his grave. He's rolling over in his mausoleum. He's got the biggest...
He certainly does. He certainly does. All right, do you mind, Kelvin? Can you just give us a little flavor of Eamon? Go for it, my friend.
And then I drilled for oil. 90 dry holes, and 17 years later, people laugh and call me the only oil producer didn't produce. Finally, on my 91st hole, I hit, but it's not a big one. So one night, I'm out at Shady Oaks. I look toward West Texas and say, West Texas, I've been good to you. Now it's time that you be good to me. In 1937, on my 100th hole, I hit the gusher. I drilled more holes, and soon I produced 67,000 barrels of oil a day.
Woo!
People quit laughing.
People quit laughing, indeed. Well done. Now, the show has already played throughout Texas, and now it's making its Dallas debut. We need people to get those bottoms and seats.
Yep, we're going to do the Winspear Opera House. 3 shows on Saturday and Sunday. Coming this weekend. That
is so exciting. I congratulate you so much on this show and its success. We definitely want you to come. Where can people get information?
AmenPlay.com or Winspear box office.
That's fantastic. Thank you again. All right, we got more GMT to come. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back.
Wardrobe for our hosts is sponsored by Dillard's at North Park Center.
Superhero fans, one of the most anticipated movies of the year finally hits the big screen this week, and we have something really exciting to give away today that you are going to want. Yes, I'm talking about Supergirl. It stars Miley Alcock as Kara Zor-El, who embarks on an epic star-spanning interstellar adventure, all to save her best friend, of course, her dog, Crypto. Along the way, she crosses paths with fan-favorite DC characters, including Superman himself and the wildly unpredictable intergalactic bounty hunter Lobo. Supergirl explores the raw, real origin of the reluctant hero, one who does things entirely on her own terms, and it hits theaters this Friday. But wait, guess what? We don't want you to send you to the theaters empty-handed today. 3 winners will get a family pack of T-shirts, tote bags, pet bandanas, 4 tickets to see the movie, and get this, a $100 Visa gift card. You must be the 8th, 9th, or 10th callers to win. Call 214-977-6008 or 888-446-8880. Good luck. Boy, this has been so much fun hanging out with you today. If you missed anything from today's show, remember, you can always rewatch GMT on your own time on the free-to-download WFAA Plus streaming app for your TV, where you can catch entire shows you may have missed under the News tab. You can also select just the segments from our show to watch on demand under the Shows tab. It replays on WFAA Plus and on our sister station KFAA Channel 29 at 1 o'clock today. And coming up tomorrow, from serving as the official North Texas hospitality captain for the World Cup to adding a shaved ice and sweets shop to her restaurant empire, we catch celebrity chef Tiffany Derry in our kitchen. Plus, we decode weight loss buzzwords. And I'm going to be at the Studio Movie Grill in Fort Worth to talk about the upcoming movies Minions and Monsters, as well as the new live-action Moana. Lots of fun coming up. I've loved hanging out with you. I hope you have a glorious day. And good morning, Texas.